What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Gear Break the Nation, where we give excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video, we're definitely want to talk about this subject that's kind of floating around for a while, and it's kind of like one of the biggest things between Marvel and DC. Are superhero films like getting too dark, or is like DC films too dark? I was listening to this one YouTuber, I think his name is Sean James. He was saying how the reason for one of DC Comics' decline is the fact that the films and the comics themselves are a bit too dark and not kid friendly. And I was very interested in that concept, and I've seen a couple of posts and things about the new Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice movie, about how the film was pretty dark and everything. And um, let's see. I'm gonna say yes and no, because Marvel does have a tendency to have more movies that are more kid friendly compared to DC's. All of the Spider-Man films were a bit kid friendly. All of the X-Men films were kid friendly. All of the Avenger movies were pretty kid friendly. About the darkest movie I've seen that Marvel Comics has come out with probably would be the newest Fantastic Four from last year. I know that movie got panned for for some of the negatives that the film had, but I liked the fact that it was dark and it was taking a new direction. I did like that direction it was going, despite the flaws the movie had. But I don't think that superhero films being dark is a bad thing, because a lot of the comics which they're derived from come from a very dark place. We're not in that time period like back in the 50s and stuff, when superheroes nobody got killed in comics and stuff like that. And it's not like the old Batman where the boom and the power where people got killed. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get killed. Now in the comics, on either side of the fence, in fact, in all comics, people die, and that's the realistic thing about it. And that's one reason I do like DC, because of the realism that people do die. That's one reason the Christopher Nolan films were so good, not because they did have great performances, but it's because of the realism and suspension of belief that they portray, making the stuff a comic book adaptation, but also making it real. Because what happens in real life is dark. You know, I've heard that people complain about film that the films DC films were dark or whatever. But this is me. When you're growing up, you see things a certain way. As a kid, I grew up, superheroes, black and white. People didn't die like that. Think about the Superman animated series, Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman animated series, all of them fantastic series. Think about the Justice League series, Teen Titans, the Young Justice, all of them fantastic. People don't die, but as you grow older, you realize that people do die. You know what I'm saying? People, that life, it can be dark, and I think that these films do a great job of kind of focusing on that. That's what made the Joker really serious, a serious character in the Dark Knight film. That's what made Bane a very serious character. That made Ra's al Ghul a very serious character. I think that's one of the best. That's the reason why those characters were so great, because of the fact that that the film was dark. It took it from a dark place. So therefore, you know what I'm saying. We have that, and that's why I don't really like this whole comparison between the Marvel films and the DC films, is because everybody's like, okay, well, the Marvel films are more kid friendly. I don't want that kid friendliness stuff, okay? I'm a fan and I've grown. When I was a little kid friendly was cool, but as I'm gotten older, I want that suspension of belief, and that's to take it to dark place. And that's one reason I do like, the Batman, the DC, the Superman film, because they take it to a dark place and it just feels so real. Um, Mostly for the fact that it was just dark. That's what makes me connect with those characters, because unlike it, like in the Marvel films, like the Avengers per se, you don't feel that these, you know what I'm saying, they have personality, but you don't see that them battling with that darkness. And now you look at Batman versus Superman, you see Superman having to fight this darkness within himself, but also has to deal with all of this around him, and as well as Batman and one. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason I do appreciate that. But as far as the dark movies being too dark, I don't think the Batman versus Superman movie was too dark. I think it was a great tone for such a serious movie that opens up to a very serious thing. Now, I will be coming up with a part two to this, so guys.